starting off the day with a job that is often forgot about this time of year, and it's an important thing to do, is fertilizing. We have the perfect time to do it. We've got rain on the way the next couple days, and we're using my favorite fertilizer for acid-loving plants, which is called Hollytone. It's organic. It's been around since the late 30s. And we've got a bunch of different shrubs here, rhododendrons and Japanese pieris. We've got a dogwood. We've got some other plants that are woodland plants that need some help. Some are blooming right now. Some haven't bloomed yet, and others are done blooming. And we're always, of course, following the application rate on the bag, because if you put too much on these plants, they can't use it. And so it just goes into our rivers. So we know exactly how much for each shrub to put on. There's nothing to it. We're just sprinkling at the base. When it rains, all those nutrients will be taken down to the root zone, soaked in. We are going to continue fertilizing. Meet me over by the containers. From now until the end of the season, every time that I'm watering my containers, I'm adding a little bit of this grow. This is a concentrate. It's organic. And again, the reason that we're using organics is that everything that's in that pot, everything that's in that ground over there helps us garden. And if we were to use a chemical fertilizer that had salts in it, we're going to change the dynamic of what's underneath. And this is easy. It measures itself in that little thing. We add some water. And now we'll give our containers a drink. And when you feed them like this, every time you water them, they're going to go nuts. It's got a little bit of a smell to it. Out here, you really can't get a whiff of it, but check out, remember we put this hosta in this container? It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to finish up the rest of these containers. I only have about 25 to do, and then meet me in the vegetable garden. We have a cool way to plant tomatoes that you might not have seen before. Part of gardening is living with wildlife, and this little guy is so small he can get in and out of the chicken wire that is under the picket fence, and all my peas are gone. I've tried to catch him and take him to another park, but again, he's so small that he could just even slip out of the live trap. Might just have to live with him. He is cute. Well, when visiting Chapin's greenhouse in March, I just couldn't resist buying a few early grow plants, and that was too early, but they survived in my unheated greenhouse. Now you got this long gangly plant, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a technique called horizontal planting. I'm going to take all these leaves off the bottom and lay it horizontally, only an inch below the soil, and then this part here is going to grow up and be our tomato, and that's all going to become roots. And since they are up high, they're close to water and nutrients. It's a cool way to plant. Probably the only way I could get away with this leggy thing. I know it's hard to think about taking all this nice growth off, but you'll see. These will all turn into roots and really support this plant. Okay, early girl. If you're doing staking, be sure you know where the bottom of the plant is. I had a friend who drove a stake right through their horizontal planting. Oh, look at those roots, huh? There we go. That's it right there. See, it's only an inch away from the top where it gets nice warm temperatures and can get water and fertilizer, and we'll just put it in here and it'll do its thing. It'll stand up on its own in just a day. All right, I'm going to put some water on this and we'll keep working. Look at this mysterious foliage plant. Beautiful purple stems, and then these big leaves that look like hostas. Do you recognize this mysterious plant? They're not elephant ears. Be sure to check out everybodygardens.com. Lots of fun gardening stuff there. That's where you can find out all about my upcoming plant swap and giveaway. I'm giving away 2 cool heirloom tomato plants to anybody who comes. Lots to do in the garden. We'll see you next week.